open their mind, put away all your preconceived notions if you have any, or any ideas of what you've seen from the media or seen on TV or whatever you've seen or read about or heard about. Just open your mind and let's be in this universe together right now. So I'm from Charlotte. So all these issues, all my family, they're in Charlotte mostly. So even though the issues hit home before all the Charlotte stuff happened, they hit even harder now. So discrimination. There is no discrimination. Every day, there are people who take preconceived notions, take things from the media, things they've heard, things they've been brought up on, and when they see you as a black man or a black woman, immediately that is what they think in their head as soon as they see you. Now, is it their fault? It's hard to tell, but this is an honest truth that we have to realize and we have to deal with, as difficult as it is. So the media exacerbates this problem. Why? Because they project the most negative potential depiction, display, any opportunity they have to display an African American male in a negative light. That's the first thing they see. That's the first thing they want to report. And that's the first thing they bring to the media. So the police are just like everyone else. The news reaches millions of people's eyes every day. Every day people watching the news. Every day, negativity, 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 stack, stack, stack. So the police are no different. They watch the same news programs. They watch the same news network. So then, now they're in the force. Now they're in the field. And when they're going to search somebody, when they're going to see somebody, when they're going to arrest somebody, when they're going to prosecute somebody, when they're sentencing them, they have all these notions that they've gathered over the years and years and years and years. And then we end up with problems like this. But we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to take a step back and look at it from both sides. Because people are confused on all sides. You have the Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, a lot of people in the Black Lives Matter movement are very confused. Why? Why are they confused? Because Black Lives Matter was a direct response to police brutality, to killings, to people being killed in the African American community. Now, some people will argue certain things. Was there justifiable cause for stopping this person? Was there reasonable suspicion? This could be the case, but at the same time, you have to realize in these communities, me, growing up in Charlotte, okay, what happens when you're a black male? From the time you're young, in the educational system, you see the same media that we've just discussed. All these negative portrayals. No black heroes, no black male that you can look to and say, I could dominate, I could do this in the educational world. All you see is negativity. All you see is police in your face because they think you're a criminal. They think you're a drug dealer. They think all your friends are drug dealers, and they think you're going to end up in prison. That's what you see. And I'm not speaking on something that I heard or something that somebody told me. I'm speaking on life. Because when I say there's no discrimination, what do I mean? What I mean is I'm a black male, right? So if you put me right beside a drug dealer, they're going to look at us exactly the same. It's happened to me. I've been stopped by police. They've assumed that I was a drug dealer. They've searched me. Back then, I didn't know my rights. Now I know my rights. Most people don't know their rights. So these are the things you deal with. So all these frustrations, going through the world of academia, going through undergrad, going through situations where, people see you as, they see you in the front row of class. They see you engaging in class. They see you in office hours. They see you making real relationships with professors, and then they look at you as you're the exception. You're exceptional. Oh, and the crazy thing about it is, this is the thing, you have to be conscious of these problems, because if you're not conscious of these problems, you can insult somebody when you mean to give them a compliment. You're not how I thought you were. Oh, you don't smoke. I just assume you smoke. Why? Why must I smoke? Why you assume I smoke? Oh, you're just so different. Why? Because I study? I'm in school. What do you think I'm here to do? Now you want to see my notes. You know what I'm saying? So you go through all these problems, right? And you have people, when you turn on the news and you see that guy standing on top of the car, raising his fist with the Black Power symbol that was so famous from that Olympic year, what you're seeing is the culmination of so many things. All this adversity that they have faced to get here. When I was applying for law school, the first thing everybody asked me, every single person, oh, have you looked at Central? Have you looked at Charlotte? Nobody asked me, have you looked at Carolina? Nobody asked me, have you looked at Duke? Have you looked at Harvard? Have you looked at Yale? Why? Because they don't think I'm capable of doing it. So when you tell them, it's back to the same thing. Oh, I just didn't expect you to apply there. Why not? I like the Tar Heels. I don't like Duke, but they're a good school. So when you're evaluating these protesters and people, yes, I hate the fact that there was a protest in Charlotte. My family's in Charlotte. I don't want anybody to get shot in Charlotte. That could be my cousin out there. But at the same time, what some people don't realize is that this is a real problem, that my brother was harassed by the police this year, driving in a BMW, which is why I'm saying there's no discrimination. Whether you're in a nice car, whether you're in a suit, whether you're in a jogging suit, whether you're in workout clothes, there's no discrimination. Nobody's exempt. My cousin was harassed by the police this year. My uncle was harassed by the police this year. So one thing is realizing that the problem is real. It's a deep-seated problem. It's an institutional problem. It's a problem that you can't just dismiss. When you dismiss that there is a problem, that is one of the biggest slaps in the face, because people who have got here, like me and Nick talk about all the time, all the negativity we have faced to get to this point. If you dismiss that there is a problem, it's like, wow. But at the same time, we have to be able and willing and humble enough to take a step backwards, right? And yes, Black Lives Matter. Yes, we're confident. Yes, we're proud to be black. But it was never intended to discredit or devalue any other race. The only reason you're saying this, that Black Lives, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X would not want there to have to be a Black Lives Matter movement right now. But Black Lives Matter is the product of what we have seen in the media and in society with killings and different. The thing is, when you see a killing, it's terrible. As bad as it is, as harsh as it is, that's just the extreme example, guys. Most of the times the people don't get killed. Most of the times you just get brutalized and you think that's just how it is. Because that's how it was for your cousin, that's how it was for your uncle, that's how it was for your dad, that's how it was for your sister, that's just how it is. But now when somebody gets killed and there's a riot, people are, it hits harder at home. So moving forward, I'm not going to take too much time, but I just want to say, everybody, be humble enough, be intelligent enough to see through what mass media portrays of both sides. Because the media benefits off of playing everybody against each other. They want us to be at war. As soon as they hear Black lives and they see all lives, the first thing they want to do is create some type of distinction. So we'll all be at war. We'll all be fighting with each other, so that can be the headline. It gives them more opportunities to paint the African-American community in a negative light. It gives more opportunity to display racial tension. Yes, it's there, but that's not productive. Don't buy into that. Don't buy into the sound bites. Be more intelligent than that. And finally, I want to close with an a cappella verse that I wrote from the perspective of a young man coming from Charlotte in the community, dealing with all these issues. Sorry, I'm very passionate about that, so I get a little emotional. They never seen it before. Streets bleeding in war. Black men dodging bullets like Peter LaFleur. And if they kill me, they will release some reports. Mine is a video, it never make policing reports. How can we end this problem? See, now it's coming, trigger pop and kill me in the broad daylight with all my children watching. Looking at us like we villains, we just dream fulfilling. When it come to racial justice, make it seem conflicted. And when it come to black lives, some people seem indifferent. But every bully know one day that they will see resistance. It seems that faction want a hostile interaction. The pain that we've overcome is impossible to imagine now. I realize it's not martial, we must end the madness. You realize we about to march like Martin Luther King mixed with Malcolm X and Frederick Douglass. It's a new regime. But if we really truly come together, that's a super team. It's like the Warriors with Kevin Durant, popping off like Union Civil War regiments black from slavery to Reconstruction, Jim Crow to mass incarceration, deadly combinations, bullets penetrating flesh. I'm screaming Black Lives Matter, Black wives, shattered hearts, families scattered apart. Tragedy's hard, damn the reality hard, killing us on camera, so imagine when cameras be off. The damage it costs. Imagine Father's Day for fatherless children, poverty-stricken. How can they kill me helpless and innocent? No! How can they kill me helpless and innocent? But we don't hate all police, we hate corrupt police. They kill our sons and wonder why we distrust police. Then look at me crazy whenever I discuss police. But I don't think it's the right time to say cut police. But some officers put their life on the line, whether fighting crime or violence, without racial profiling, but then we give appreciation timeless. But now can we stand united? But see, some of their peers was never sincere, but join forces, we the ones that they forever should fear. Can re-eradicate them and end the assassinations and exaggeration from the media just playing us against each other. Knowing we got a common enemy, let's raise above it. Thank y'all so much.